here at the track early on a Sunday morning. We're about to administer a power test to a few of the athletes who are new to running with power, which I'll get into how that works. But beautiful morning, Sunday morning. Start and end in the 10-minute section, start and end, right? So you should all be in manual run mode, so you can load up your watch, right? So I'll talk quickly about the benefits of training with power and why we're out here doing what we are doing. For a long time, I always thought that I was not a natural runner. I felt limited by my capacity to run, and I trained different metrics to try to improve that, whether it was heart rate, pace, perceived effort. And I started to use the Stryd Power Meter, which is just a little power meter that clips to your foot, and it actually gives you a reading of watts. The people that use Peloton or train on a bike or a bike trainer may be familiar with watts, and it's just a measure of power output. It's measured through different science technology in the pod, micrometers, accelerometers, doesn't matter. It gives you an absolute value, and the reason that I like it is because when you train with heart rate or pace, there are just so many variables. Heart rate, for example, stress, work, family, caffeine, diet, sleep can all affect your heart rate. The other thing is that it lags. When you run up a hill, you get to the top of the hill, and it takes a few minutes for your heart rate to show the actual effort. There's a lag there. Power is always an absolute value in the moment. Same thing with pace, is that every time you go out for a run, there are variables. You're on a different road, there's different wind, the elevation changes are always different, so it's always tough to have an exact measure of your output. So again, the reason why I like to train with power, and the reason that for me personally it's made such a huge difference, is that it's taken all those variables out of the equation. For me, so what we're doing this morning is we're basically setting a critical power or functional threshold power, which is a measurement, the power that you can sustain for 20 minutes. And based off of that, we are able to administer workouts through the watch face. It's really a cool thing where you can basically have workouts administered through the face of your watch, where you try to hit your interval for a certain duration at a certain power, and it's all administered through the watch. I'll give you a small example of what mine looks like. So I have my critical power set. I have it on the watch face, the Stryd workout app. All these workouts get preloaded from Training Peaks. So this is a workout. 10 minutes at this power range, an hour 15 at that power range, 15 minutes at the higher one, and then a 10-minute cool down. So if I wanted to start this, it would cycle right through automatically. And all I have to do is run to keep the watch face green, and I don't have to think about anything else. It takes all the psychological limiters out of it, worrying about heart rate, worrying about pace, and it allows me to just run, which is great. It also will force me to run faster as needed. So from an athlete's perspective, it's great. From a coach's perspective, it's even better, because I am able to accurately manage the load for any particular athlete. I can, with precision, manage load. Also, it gives me an absolute value to be able to measure, meaning that your mile pace, meaning that anytime you want to try to measure or quantify any kind of gains that you've made, if you want to go out and run a mile, the first day you run a mile and run a 7-minute mile, you might not be able to do it again because it might be windy that day, it might be on a different road. So with this, a 3-minute section that you run as hard as you can is going to give you an average power for that 3-minute section. So that in 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, after you've done the workouts for a while, you will either run that 3-minute section at a higher or lower power average. Usually it's always higher. So it's a great way to measure progress, because there's an absolute value that can be measured. So that's another thing from a coach's perspective that I love. So like I said, we're out here this morning. There's 3 athletes that are new to it. So we're setting that baseline that all the future run workouts will be based off of. A 3-minute all-out effort and a 10-minute all-out effort. So we're gonna have some fun watching these guys suffer. It's my belief that I could take this tool and make anyone a runner. Whether you're a good runner that wants to get even better, or whether you're just starting out. You can scale it to any level. That's the beauty of it. Someone that's brand new and run 1 mile, or someone that's trying to run a 3-hour marathon? Let's go. Good job, Bobby. Keep working. Keep working. Minute 20. Keep working, guys. You're at a minute 30. You're moving. Keep working. Keep working. Keep working. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Keep working.